Hello there everyone, welcome back to my Euro 2020 or 2021 predictions, however you would like to put it. Today is going to be me going on the Telegraph website, there's a link there if you would like to do it for yourself, going through every match and seeing who I think will top each group, go through the round 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then who will win the final. It's going to be who I think is going to win, and it is just an opinion, so don't get mad at me, because we all have different opinions, and that's what makes the world great. Anyways, on to Group A. For Group A, Turkey, Italy, Wales, and Switzerland. Italy should walk this group. They are by far the best squad in the group. People would expect Wales, Switzerland maybe to challenge and give them a couple tough matches. Turkey as well. Turkish fans will think they have a chance. I doubt that though. Italy have an overpowering squad. One of the favourites to the tournament. Actually, they probably should be winning that. Wales have likes of Dan James, Harm Robson, Carney, who scored against Liverpool quite recently. Depending on when you're watching this. Dan James, Gareth Bale as well, the big one for them. They have a good squad, so I think they'll finish second. However, Wales, it could obviously go the opposite direction. They don't even come out the group stages. I think they have Gareth Bale is on good form at the moment, who'll propel them. Switzerland, the main name for them is probably Xherdan Shaqiri. Obviously, he has not been playing too much football this year for Liverpool, so he's probably not going to be able to perform out of his skin. But I doubt that he will not get a couple of contributions. Probably the best player in that Switzerland team. I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone big, which puts Turkey out. They have players like Singasander, Chanaloglu, who are decent players, but they don't have the squad, I don't think, to go through to the last 16. Group B, Denmark, Finland, Belgium, and Russia. Obviously, the World Cup being in Russia a couple of years back, they had a very good World Cup. However, they're not going to have the squad of Belgium or Denmark, who are both known for having quite a good squad, especially Belgium, who are, in a lot of people's eyes, the favourites for the entire thing. So I think it's between Denmark and Belgium for this group. Belgium have obviously massive attacking players like Dries Mertens, Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, but in their defence they don't have the best. They have Jan Vertonghen, if he still plays for them, he might not be good enough. Toby Alderweireld, Spurs centre-back, not been the best this season, I won't lie. Denmark obviously have goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel, has been amazing this season, one of the best goalkeepers in the world this year, you would argue, after those FA Cup final saves a couple of days ago. They have players like Christian Eriksen, who's been alright this season, hasn't played too much football, so I think Belgium will just have the edge over Denmark, who will finish second, beating both Finland, and maybe getting a draw with Russia if Russia can come up with something good, like I hope they will. Finland obviously have Teemu Pukki, he's been brilliant this season for Norwich, finishing top 3, I think, in the Championship strikers, top goal scorer, but I'm going to give it to Russia. They've obviously played in the World Cup in competitive international football recently and did very well, knocking out Spain in that tournament, which was a very big surprise. So they performed very well, and a couple of matches might be held in Russia this year, so I think unless Finland and Teemu Pukki can produce something brilliant, they'll be going out. Group C, probably one of the easier ones to predict. Holland, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia. Holland obviously have a brilliant squad, so they should easily win every match in this group, really. I'm going to predict them to go first, strikes of Memphis to Pi, really going to propel them forward into the knockout stages, where hopefully Holland fans will be hoping they go far. I don't think they qualify for the World Cup. People like Virgil van Dijk should be back for the Euros as well, which will be very good. Hopefully he's still the same player as he was when he went out injured. But yeah, Holland should walk this group, I think, getting all 9 points. Ukraine, Austria, North Macedonia. North Macedonia have the likes of Alioski, big Leeds player. I would like them to do well with him, but I doubt they'll make it out the groups. Ukraine, Zinchenko, big player for them, so I think they'll come second. They have a decent squad, Ukraine, but not the best. I'm going to put Austria third for that one, but I doubt Austria and Ukraine will be able to go much further. Group D, the big one, England, Croatia, Scotland, and Czech Republic. Sorry, I know something over there. England, Croatia, Scotland, and Czech Republic. Let's see. England's group, it all depends on how Gareth Southgate depends to play in the first match against Croatia, big one. Harry Kane, obviously, likes of him. He's hoping to get his transfer saga done by the time we reach the Euros. I doubt it will. There are a lot of big clubs trying to get his signature. Croatia have the likes of Luka Modric, knocked England down, World Cup finalists. a couple of years back. However, I think England's squad has grown a lot and will win the group from Croatia in second. England, Trent Alexander-Arnold is back on form now. Hopefully he'll be in the squad and we'll play him. He'll really be able to deal with the wingers of Croatia, but it will be a very tight game, that one. It could end up being a draw. Scotland, obviously, UK team, big match for England, playing them. And Czech Republic. Czech Republic have a very good squad, but because of the British bias, I'm going to put Scotland third. They have a good squad. Czech really should also for England, not for Scotland. A lot of people make that common misconception, which puts Czech Republic out. They have a good squad, but without Petr Cech, I think they'll struggle to keep out goals. Let's move the screen down. Group E, Spain, Sweden, Poland and Slovakia. So a lot of people think Sweden are not the best team, and I know lots of people who think that. I think Sweden are a very good team. They're probably not as good as Spain. Spain have a very good team, like Sergio Ramos, extremely strong defence. Sergio Ramos, people like that. Morata could make the squad. He's been decent this season for Juventus. Not the best, but he has been good enough, I think, to make the squad. So I think Spain will easily win that group. However, between Sweden, Poland and Slovakia, Lewandowski has been brilliant, but he's not playing the best teams every week. I actually think Sweden will come second in this group. Slovakia are a decent team, however, they're not going to be able to handle Robert Lewandowski. If he's on form and he's not injured in that game, he could fire 4 or 5 past them, so which puts Slovakia out. Group F, the proclaimed group of death. Hungary, Portugal, France and Germany. There's some big matches in this group. I think we can all agree Hungary are coming third. I would argue that it's between France and Portugal who wins. Germany are a big name in football. Obviously, they've produced some brilliant talent in the past. However, Germany are not the same team they were. The team that won the World Cup in 2014, they are not the same team. Obviously, losing to North Macedonia in the qualifying rounds, massive shock for them. Lowe is probably leaving. I think it's been confirmed that he's leaving, actually. With the Bayern Munich manager coming in, I'm pretty sure, to the German team. So he's going to want to do his country pound, but they're not going to be either France or Portugal. Portugal have a very good squad. People like Bruno's had an amazing season, and Cristiano Ronaldo, and we all know about CR7, one of the GOATs. France have Kylian Mbappe, mega squad, Euro winners, and I'm going to go France to win from Portugal, Germany, which puts Hungary out. But Portugal and France, it's going to be very interesting to see who comes out on top out of those two teams. Third place teams, who will get the most points? I think Poland will get the most points out of them, then Russia, then Switzerland, and then Germany. I think Germany won't get much points. I think they'll get 3 points maybe from this. And that obviously does put Scotland out. I doubt they'll be able to do anything. I think Poland could get 4 or 5 points from that, which is going to be very hard for them to progress further, as you can see the draw below. Russia and Switzerland should get 3 points at least, and Germany should get 3 points. Even if they don't, they could be going out. And into the knockouts then we've all been waiting for. Italy, Ukraine in the round of 16, the first match. Italy should walk against Ukraine. They should hammer them. If they don't, it'll be a massive disappointment for the Italians who didn't even make the World Cup a couple of years back. So they need to do good in this tournament, otherwise their manager could be getting this sack. So that could be a cagey game for the first. I could see it being a cagey game for the first half an hour, 45 minutes. But as soon as that first goal goes in, that'll open up, and I can imagine Italy winning that 3-4-1, 4-0. Wales, Denmark. That'll be a very interesting game to watch. A very tight game. Denmark obviously have a good squad, a brilliant squad. Kasper Schmeichel could end up being the difference here. Wales have a lot of pace on the wings, but do they have the defence? I don't know. This is going to be a very tough game to predict, and I'm actually going to go for a shocking Denmark win. I had a lot of you there. I think Denmark. Could Wales produce what they did in the last Euro in 2016 semi-finalists that year? Crazy result for them. I do think Wales won't have enough to beat Denmark. Kasper Schmeichel, I think, will end up being the difference in that one. Belgium versus Germany. This will be a massive match if this happens, if my predictions are correct. Belgium, obviously a massive squad, one of the favourites for the entire thing. And Germany also, in a lot of people's eyes, the favourites. Germany, as I've said, are not the same squad. Belgium will beat Germany. I cannot see an outcome where if this match happens, Belgium don't win. Germany have a brilliant squad, but they are not the best. And if they take people like Timo Werner, Werner is not the player who will score you a 90th minute equaliser, a 90th minute winner against a team like Belgium. Holland and Poland, big match there. Holland should overpower Poland. Robert Lewandowski putting him out. Croatia versus Sweden. That will be a close match. Sweden, I rate them massively. Zlatan could come through with the winner. Croatia, are they the same team from the 2018 World Cup? They've lost some players due to retirement. I think Sweden will go through to the quarterfinals, but the Croatia out. That is a bold prediction. Croatia just aren't the same squad. Sweden are brilliant. They've gelled together so well since the last World Cup and last Euros. I expect big things from Sweden this tournament. France should beat Russia easily. Russia, they're a good team, but France has 10 times the squad. Spain will beat Switzerland. I can't see Switzerland really coming up against Spain and offering much. And England, Portugal repeat the 2006 World Cup. When Wayne Rooney got sent off and Ronaldo did his famous wink. That will be a massive game for England. England, one of the favourites to win the tournament. Do I think they will go through here? I think they will. For the plain reason, Portugal are the holders. The holders never do well in tournaments like this. Portugal could have a brilliant group stage. Sorry, I accidentally changed it there. Portugal had a great squad. But is the pressure going to become too much? Is Pepe going to have the legs if this goes to extra time or penalties to be able to stop the likes of Harry Kane, the wingers like Jadon Sancho, pacey people down the wings, Raheem Sterling? I don't think he will, which puts England through to the quarterfinals. Don't call me biased, I'm sorry. Quarterfinals, Sweden-France first match. I know I've rated Sweden very highly. Am I going to be so bold as to put them through against France? No. France will beat Sweden, definitely. But Sweden fans will be happy with quarterfinals. They're building on their last Euros result. It's been good for Sweden, but I think this will be where their run comes to an end. Belgium-Italy will be a very good game and also a crucial game. I think Belgium will go through there, but that could be a game that goes to penalties or extra time. Very close there. Holland-Denmark will be close. Both teams quite close together. I could see Denmark coming through there, but if Van Dijk is in there, that's a very strong defence to try and get through for Denmark. I think they'll struggle there. Spain-England, that'll be another massive match. Spain are not as good as Portugal, I'll put that out there now. England have a better squad than Spain. I'm not biased. Spain will go out. Ramos won't be able to hold them in. He could get sent off in this game. But if he gets injured at Harry Kane early on, that could be very different. Semi-finals then, France-Belgium and Holland-England. France-Belgium will be a cracking game, that will. France, obviously, ex-finalists, won the World Cup. Will France have the mentality to be able to win this? Is the pressure going to be on France? Belgium obviously have no pressure on them. They need to get a good result at an international stage if they are to be considered the best squad in the world. It's going to be an amazing match, that one will be. I'm going to put... This is the type of match that could come down to a coin flip. This match will be a match where it makes a legend. Mbappe goes through and scores a screamer, or someone like Eden Hazard. Someone like that could make a massive statement in this match. And I think it will go to Belgium. I think the pressure will become too much for France, and that could be an absolutely amazing match that comes down to penalties even. Holland, England, you've got to say neither of these teams... On par, I would say, these teams with Belgium and France. The big teams are going to have to be played if England are going to win this. And I think we're better than Holland. The Portugal match will become decisive for England, I think. However, I think we'll beat Holland. We'll overpower them. And we will beat them. Belgium-England will be a cracking final. Obviously, we played them twice. Lost both times in the World Cup. First, both times, so not the most important matches. England... have a brilliant squad. So do Belgium. This is a bold statement. This match will come down to penalties. And England will become runners-up in the Euro 2020 finals. It could easily go either way. This match has been crazy predictions video this. It will go either way. It will come down to the wire. But England to lose on penalties again. I'll see you next time, guys. This has been a brilliant video. So,